Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Richardson, and I wanted to reach out to you for a second and hopefully keep this video short and sweet. I have difficulty in doing that sometimes. Anyhow, you are in Module 5, and I wanted to say, hey, you made it past the halfway point. Few things, a little bit of housekeeping to do real quick. First, thank you for your outlines. I'm asking all students to check your email to see if you've received an email from me, especially if you had submitted your outline on time. If you have not submitted your outline, that was due 2 days ago. You need to get it in as soon as possible because your paper is due to Smart Thinking on Thursday. Okay, Thursday night should be the deadline that you set for yourself. Okay, we'll get into Smart Thinking in a minute. But with that being said, I am going to, I've shared my screen with you guys. I am going to head over to our course here, and let me go to Learning Modules. I want to give you an idea of what your paper is going to look like. Let's see, start here, and I need all the grading rubrics. Let me see here. Here we go. All right, so anyhow, this is your grading rubric for your rough draft. If you look at your final paper module, Milestone 4 for Module 7, it will say the same thing, except it'll say final paper or something like that for Module 7 at the top, Milestone 4. So anyhow, this is your grading rubric. It is worth, I think it's 80 points. It used to be worth 80 points. I think it still is. Anyhow, your final paper is worth 320 points. So that means that your paper is worth 40% of your grade. That's a lot, folks. I can't even begin to tell you how much of a lot that is, but that percentage is high. So we need to make sure that this paper is set. This stuff should look familiar to you. I emailed you guys Sunday lunchtime-ish with this information. Title page or cover page, your abstract, thesis statement. The body of the paper is 5 to 7 pages in length. That means a minimum of 5 full pages. Don't get to page 5 and give me a 2-liner. Minimum of 5 full pages, all the way up to 7 pages. Page 8, I quit reading. That's all I got to say, okay? And then your reference page. Make it 5 scholarly references because there's so much that has went into this paper, and make sure that your references actually fit your paper that you do. That should be a no-brainer, but sometimes we just keep copying and pasting the references that we've been using all term, and a lot of times we don't touch those references ever again. So make sure that they are current as well. You will notice that these headings that I gave you in the email on Sunday look very familiar. Perspectives. What are the perspectives? Policymaking process. Solving political challenges. Your research involves 5 scholarly sources. Yahoo Answers and Wikipedia and all of those that we love to go to are not scholarly sources. I always tell people, if you did not get it from your online library or from the public library or a government document, don't touch it. And I tell this to people too at my home university where I teach. Don't even touch it, because all it takes is one person to question you. And that one person could be another professor. It could be someone who reads your article or reads your paper online. Don't ever put yourself in that position. Know where you got your information from, okay? Your writing and mechanics and citations. You can use Purdue OWL for the writing lab and how to put your references together. But honestly, I keep throwing this out there, citationmachine.net. Click APA, click that it's a journal article or a book, fill out the form, click it, copy and paste it. Put it in your reference page, okay? APA is the way to go, guys. I know that it says MLA or APA, but APA is the grown-up version of being a college student and writing. MLA, high schoolers don't even use MLA anymore. So I always tell people, do the APA because you're gonna have to know it. And if you're gonna have to learn how to do it, I'm your easiest person to get it through, okay? Because I'm all about teaching how to put this stuff together. I'm all about the English and the language and how to form and put this stuff into play, okay? So if you need to learn how to use APA, which obviously you do, this is the paper to try it out on, okay? So anyway, this is your grading rubric. With this being said, we're going to flip-flop a few times because that's just a type of person that I am. And let's see here. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to email you this, but yes, I am going to do this in front of you. You are going to put your name. Okay. Let's see here. POL 210 American Politics. Module, oh goodness, it's 5 already. Milestone 3 assignment. And it is due on, oh goodness, the 2nd of December, 2018. Yes, you can tell I've been around the Europeans too much. There you go. So remember, you are going to change this to your name. Yes, I've had people actually leave student name on there. Be surprised what I get. All right, with this being said, I'm going to do a page break. Let me go back. You see how I did that? I put the cursor on the next line. I clicked insert. I went down to break and page break. The reason being is that a lot of people will sit there and hit the return key 100 times. First of all, that's annoying to do, right? Yes. Second of all, in 2 or 3 clicks, maybe 3 clicks, you're at page break. No matter what you do on any of the pages, nothing will move on the other pages. So if you're like too busy trying to put a running head in and your page number in and stuff, like you have to do at the top, no matter what you do, it doesn't push anything down. It keeps everything on that one page. So you will only know this when you go through the pain and suffering of it, which is your rough draft. Then you'll sit there and go, oh, that's what she was talking about. All right, so this right here, introduction. All right, this is where the fun begins. I am going to go ahead and bold all this good stuff. This is to be Times New Roman because we are big people. 12 point. Times New Roman is the one that you do when you're writing papers. So introduction. I want to come down here a little bit and I'm going to bold that. Okay. Then I want to put my introduction in. Next is perspectives. That is your next heading that I gave you in the email. I'm going to bold that too for grins and giggles. I'm going to come down here and I think, I'm so tired. I've been grading y'all's outlines. I'm almost done. Bear with me. Policy making process. Policy making process. It's a good thing I checked because I was about ready to call that something else. Because I am busy working on papers of my own for exams coming up in England, in London. I am going to go ahead and see, that's what happens. You keep hitting the return button. Let's see here, policy making and political challenges. I knew this, but I just did not want to mess it up. Make sure it's in bold. Let's see. Okay, and then we're going to do a conclusion. Bingo. All right. If my memory serves correctly, and it should, but I don't know anymore, this is about a half a page. This is about 1.25 pages. I do that because I put 1 1/4 and people get confused. So I put 1.25. I have learned. When I tell you that this paper is small. I mean, it is small, folks. I am not kidding. And your introduction is about, I am going to do this one, 3/4 page. Okay. Did I do this half page? I did. Okay. For some odd reason, 1-1.25 confuses people, so I put this part into decimal. Okay. So anyway, the only thing that's in bold is your headings. And then I'm going to come down here, insert, break, page break, references. This is for people who are doing APA format. If you're doing MLA, it's called Works Cited. Okay? All right, that's being said. Now, go to your grading rubric, fill this stuff out. This is where I'm going to tell you, you do not write your introduction until last. Let me put this in here real quick. I forgot about the abstract. Told you, I've lost it right here. Abstract. You need an abstract page. Forgot about that. I didn't, but I did. Okay. Everything we do starts on the first line. Okay. Don't hit the enter key or the return key and thinking that you're going to make it look proportionate. APA format and even MLA, it's solid double spaced all the way through, and it always starts on the first line. Okay, I will get into particulars on this other stuff later. Okay, but for right now, I'm going to do an insert page break right here so that I can keep doing what I got to do. All right, awesome. Your abstract, your introduction, and your conclusion are written last. I'm just going to type this down here. And I'm going to put this in big font and in red. Write your abstract, introduction, and conclusion last. Why? Because you still to this very moment don't know what you're going to put in your paper. It's true. None of us do. I write journal articles for publication over in Europe, and I don't know what it's going to come out to be until I get done, until I click the send button. So we always tell people, like, because I work with people on senior thesis and get them published, and I always tell people, you write your abstract, your introduction, and your conclusion last. The first one that you write out of these three is your conclusion, okay? You will write your conclusion after you write your political challenges. Then you will write your introduction, and then you will write your abstract. Your conclusion, no new material, no references, and no in-text citations. Okay, no quotes. No quotes or paraphrases. I'm not kidding. Do not put one in there. No in-text citations either. There's no new material. Draw your conclusion. Your thesis statement is the question, but it's not written as a question, it's written as a statement. It is an issue that you've presented to the reader. Therefore, your conclusion is going to answer that thesis statement. Wow. See how all this is starting to tie in? It's amazing, isn't it? Look at this. Introduction. Once you get done with all of this, then you're going to write your introduction. Write this section next. Why? Because now you know what your paper's about. So many times people will tell me, I don't know how to get started. I'm in my introduction, I can't get started. That's because you're in your introduction. You don't know what you're writing yet. You're going to write perspectives, policymaking, and political challenges first. That's what, 3.75 pages right there. You're going to write that first. Draw your conclusion, and then write your introduction. because now you know what your paper's about. See how that works? Yeah, it's the legal in me. It's called deductive reasoning. We come up with a goal and then we work backwards on how it is that we're going to achieve that goal in the end. Your abstract is written last. Why? Because now your whole paper is done and now you know what your paper's about. Your abstract is a summary about your paper and your paper only. So now you know what your paper's about. So now you can go write your abstract. And it is 150 to 300 words. Don't give me a book. It's 150. Honestly, if you stick to the 200 to 250 range, that's good enough. Seriously. Your references. Oh my goodness, this page is always the one that gets tortured. I'm going to give you, let's see here. Let me see if I can go find, trying to think of a reference. Hang tight with me. We're going to take a trip. We are going to take a trip. Let me see here. Let me see what we can do here. Oh, there we go. Let's see where we can go here. Never mind me. I'm going where I know. Library. I just need some references. Let's see here. You know what? Let's go here. References. Let's see. Google is your friend. So is Google Scholar, by the way. Google Scholar is your friend as well. Oh, let's see here. I am going to use, there's a reason why this is all crazy. Oh, let's do Harry Potter. What the heck? There's a reason why we have you guys reference your material. It's because A, you have to, but B, this way you learn how to do it for all your hard work, right? I was going to cite one of my articles, but I don't remember it anymore off the top of my head. It's been a while. All right. So this will always start on the left margin. If you're here, I'm going to just keep typing just so I can show you something. Okay, whatever. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to I have no idea what she wrote, okay? So just bear with me. Okay, I have no idea. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is all double spaced because your entire document is double spaced. There we go, document. Okay. And then I'm going to make sure that they're in alphabetical order, which I'm not worried about this one, obviously. And then, folks, look here. There's a hanging indent on your references. You see this caret right here? It's going to take it out to a ½ inch. So all my references are going to be in alphabetical order, and I'm going to take out my, I'm going to do the hanging indent accordingly, okay? I'm down here, put in my next one, okay? Citationmachine.net is your friend. I know you're sick of me saying it, but so am I. So citationmachine.net. Okay. This thing has grown so much. This was my lifesaver during my PhD long time ago. But anyhow, you can scan your paper, you can create citations, click APA. If you know the ISBN, you can actually put the ISBN in or the author, but If it's a bug, oh geez, that scared me. Okay, anyway, it's a website. Good grief. Let's see, just for grins and giggles here, let's do my website. There's probably nothing there yet. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, you can pick a journal article. You can find it by the title, or you can actually do the manual entry. Put in the title. If you're citing the full article, the author, okay? It's usually the author, so don't let that confuse you. Journal title, your publication, the pages of that article that you're using, because you're not going to use a whole article. No one does. You only use pages 171 to 179 or whatever. The date that you accessed it, if it's today, look at that. Type in the website that you got the article from, because 99% of the time you're going to do that online. If it has a DOI attached to it, you'll put that in here too. You're not going to do any annotations. You're going to click Create Citation. Bam, it comes up, copy and paste it, put it over here, make sure it's in alphabetical order, and you're set. Okay? Make sure that it looks nice and pretty like this, in alphabetical order. I keep saying that, but there's a reason I keep saying it. All right, so I'm going to take this part off because you guys don't need that. So this is the short, sweet, and skinny of how you do this. Okay? So I'm going to take this off because you guys need to do this on your own. And I'm going to save this as, oops, hold on. Milestone 3 assignment layout. And I'm going to send it to you with this video in a few minutes. Okie doke. So anyhow, this is what we are doing. This is my other mommy tidbit, because I'm going to get off here as soon as possible. There is no I in writing scholarly material. There are no I's, and there's no me and my, and there is no questions that are presented. The only thing that's presented is an issue, and it's in a sentence. Everything that you have is in a sentence. There are no questions. I have said this up one time down the other every week, and I really mean it. This is scholarly writing. There is none of that. No I, me, or my, and no questions. Turn it all into active voice statements. If you look at if you were to do that and then look at how you're writing, and then say, how could I present this to the reader? How could I present my arguments? I pretend like you're really fighting for this cause. What would you say? What would you do? Especially if you were like in front of a whole panel of people, how would you present it? You definitely wouldn't say I. Because you're not the only one affected, right? When you start presenting the material, then everybody is encompassed into your argument, okay? You're taking everybody who's affected into consideration. So with this being said, I am going to leave it here. Make sure that these papers get to start thinking by Thursday night. I say Thursday because that way Friday, Saturday timeframe, you get it, and then Sunday you can make your corrections and turn it in on time. Okay, you gotta be turned in on time, folks. I told you this was the worst part of the class. Weeks 4 and 5, it bottlenecks, or you hit a brick wall right here. It bottlenecks right here, and it shouldn't. This right here it's only 5 double-spaced pages. Don't give me 7, give me 5 full pages. The layout that I gave you here, let me see, let me do this real quick. 150 to 300 words. Take this off, guys. These words and page links, take them off, because if you don't, I will. And then I can only pray that you will leave them off for your final paper. I've seen it all, believe me. Okay, don't forget too, folks, your paragraphs are always indented. Hit the tab key. Hitting the tab key and hitting the space bar 5 times are 2 different measurements, and I can tell immediately. Send your paper over to Smart Thinking. Let's see here. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. I do this all the time, don't worry. I see that home key and I hit it. Let me see here. It is in, let's see here. I know I have it in the announcements. Let me see here. I'm going to go to my announcements. Imagine that. And it was today. I hope y'all enjoyed that thing about the Supreme Court in the UK. I saw that. I thought that was pretty cool, especially for what I do. Course information and smart thinking. Let me go back here. Let's see if we can find it here. Course information and smart thinking. Why am I having problems? I've been so involved in y'all's outlines. My brain is pretty much gone at this point. All right, I will definitely try to find this a little bit better for you, smart thinking, and send it again and update the announcement, because it used to be that, unless they have changed it. Let's see here. If not, then I will find it and send it again. Okay, so anyway, get to smart thinking. It's actually in your library. It is actually in the library where you need to be. And with that being said, library, let's go library. Smart thinking. I love smart thinking. I use it for myself. I don't tell you to use it just because you're a student. I actually use it for myself as well. All right, well, let me find it and I'll update everything for you. But all you do is you send it to Smart Thinking. They take a look at it. You tell them you want an APA format. They take a look at it, and if you're able to send your syllabus in with it, awesome. Usually you can, and they will take care of all that. You'll make those corrections. You'll send it in to be graded by me. I am going to look at the format of what you have and in the content. I'm going to make my corrections, send it back to you, and then you're going to make those corrections, send it back to Smart Thinking, make their corrections, send it in for Module 7 grading. So once you get past Module 5, you can take a deep breath. But until then, remember that you got to get past this part right here. Okay, so with that being said, I am going to head out of here, and I'm going to let you guys go. If you have any questions, you definitely know how to reach me by email, by phone. I spoke to most of you by phone already, and you are more than welcome to reach out and let me know if you have any questions or concerns. And other than that, I will let you go. Okay, have a great rest of your day. Get those papers. If you need to turn in your outlines, do so immediately, because those papers are due Thursday. So let's get that stuff done. I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye, guys.